What is going on? You are listening to episode 242 of the Nintendo Powercast. I'm your host, N64 Josh. Player 2, Nightcrawler. Whoa, there's a sub coming in. Right off the bat, there's a sub. Holy moly. Holy moly. Right off.
Professional show here.
Yeah. Crawler, come at us. Come on.
Hey, how's it going? And it's Crawler coming at you.
We have a very special guest. Unfortunately, Eric has a migraine, so he's not going to be here. But the original, the OG co-host of the Nintendo Powercast and the Lootcast, Destinat. What's going on?
You know, I'm very disappointed. You follow a podcast or a stream, and somebody tells you that they're gonna do something, and you're looking forward to it, and maybe you even put off your purchase because maybe it's a game that they want to play or talk about, and then they just don't do it. I don't want to mention names, Hate Zero, but I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. And then when you want to ask them about it, they don't even show. I don't get it.
What game would you be talking about by chance?
Rhymes with my riding stables. I don't want to say.
I get you.
Just burned by the whole thing.
Yeah, I understand.
No, I'm doing well.
Oh, good.
Taking photos of deviled eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been following your Instagram. There's lots of food.
Yeah.
Lots of food. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Doing well.
Playing lots of Switch, right?
No. Playing lots of games that are on the Switch in 2 months. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's fair. All right. Well, hey, this is an unofficial Nintendo podcast. The music you heard from On Being Human. Check them out on Spotify and YouTube. If you'd like to get yourself a free book from Audible, head on over to n64josh.com/audible. That takes you right to my book. If you go to audibletrial.com/NPC, you can just get a free trial of any book. I've been listening to a lot of good stuff this week. Yeah, a lot of good stuff, a lot of motivational stuff. Un-F Yourself is the one I really recommend if you need a little motivation in your life. Go check it out. It's called I think the subtitle is like Get Out of Your Head and Into Your Life, So, it's good stuff. The chair I'm sitting in from OP Seat, head on over to n64josh.com/OP Seat, automatically save $10 at checkout. And if you do want to check out my book for a little more motivation, you can go to n64josh.com/anothercastle. With that, we'll get to the announcements.
Hey, listen.
And I got some stuff that I can't quite talk about yet, but there's some stuff in the works for the holidays. I had a few people, or I had somebody in the community reach out to me and it's like, "Hey, let's do some stuff." I'm like, "Okay." So, be on the lookout for some stuff, maybe in the form of charity stuff.
Do we also have the Christmas carols?
Oh, yeah.
Josh sing along.
Oh yeah, we'll be doing the Christmas carols for sure. That has to happen. Last Christmas. There's a little preview. That's
I say you put the green screen behind you and then just throw the fire, the Yule log behind you, like 24 hours.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's do it. I gotta check real quick too. Like, did you post your times this week, Dustin?
I didn't get a chance to play. I've been like crazy swamped at work, and I was like, I got all weekend, and then that didn't happen. So
okay.
no.
I'm searching the hashtag.
Did people post times today?
I saw
one tweet at least.
Yeah,
I don't remember who it was.
I saw. Let's see. Latest. What? Oh, they must not have. Maybe they didn't use the. Oh, got to put an N in front of my name.
Later, if you want, I can drop some pro tips.
Oh yeah.
If anyone wants to,
I want some
take a run at the bull.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want some for sure.
What's the course? It should be whatever.
It should be the first course.
Flower Cup 1.
Yeah.
Whatever that is.
There we go.
Jay Harley asks, "Did I get the top time?"
You were the only one. So, yes.
Yes.
You were the only one.
I think he's the one that beat me. I think I won all of them except for the first one. I can't remember if it was Jay Harley. Jay Harley, you can say in chat if you won the first one last time. I didn't have my mojo back, so He says not me. It was somebody.
It's back now though. It is
back.
now. Yeah.
You know, it's weird. You play something like I haven't played Super Mario Kart. I don't 10, 15 years maybe, and it's weird how I mean prior to that when it came out I played I can't even tell you how many years the first one, and it's weird how it just clicks all of a sudden. You're like, oh dude, I remember now. This is great. And then yeah.
Chat saying Delmonic was the first.
Delmonic.
Yeah,
and I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't like this time where I just didn't play. I tried. I was like, oh man, I even went online. You know, you look up okay, pro tip 1. Go online, look up each track on YouTube. Some things I don't know how these people do it. They did some weird shortcuts, and I'm like, I can't even get the cart to do that.
Right.
But then the tracks that don't have weird corners and stuff, where it's almost like straight racing, like Bowser's Castle, where you're kind of
well, that's some RNG a little bit there too, isn't it? Or is that time? Is it end up being timing with the thwomps?
Dude,
that's what
sometimes
was
those
missing.
thwomps will go down
Yeah.
from like 1,000 feet away, and you're like, it's gonna go up. And I think it knows. It's like, this guy's driving straight at me. I'm not going up. So, yeah. Oh, I can't even tell you how many restarts and figurative or not figurative, like colorful speech.
4-letter words.
But yeah, yeah. Some of it is. Some of it's kind of random. But for the most part, since it's time trials, there's no items. So
Yeah, I mean, and that's kind of how I did like when I was working on kart parts for Mario Kart 8. Is it was built into the game that you can just go in and look at the best ghost time in the world, and then you can kind of try to mimic their lines and stuff, which is good.
Yeah, some of them I can't do, and I gave up. I'm like, I'm just gonna race it as close as I can. There's some tips and tricks though. That's
Bowser's Castle was what they used. You guys can kind of see, if you're watching, you can see the Mario Kart 7 poster behind me for the Nintendo World Championships. It was Bowser's Castle in Mario Kart 7 that you had to race to get to enter to win. Well, you could like hit the jump on your glider, then ride on top of the wall, and then that would cut. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like what? Like what is? Who does this?
at that point, is that even racing or is it just glitching?
It's more.
Well, I
glitching's
mean,
the fastest.
well, same could be said, I guess, for Mario 64 with Rainbow Road and Wario's Wario Stadium.
That whole game's not real anyway, so you can do what you want in that game.
I loved jumping that wall in Wario Stadium. I remember. I think I had like a 24-second race for Wario. Like I hit it.
I think
hit it
what's the world
perfect
record,
all
like
3
12
times.
or something like that, something crazy.
So, yeah, it was bonkers. So,
But the Rainbow Road one is pretty crazy too, just cutting like half the course.
Yeah.
making it the time it should take to beat it, not the
9 minutes it is.
not the 19 minutes. Yeah.
So I can say just real quick, since we're talking about the Mario Kart, next race, guys, what you got to do is I don't care who your favorite character is, pick Donkey Kong or Bowser. This isn't Burger King. You pick who's the best. You don't get to pick who you want. So you got to pick either Bowser or Donkey Kong. You can't hit any walls because they are all about top speed, and if you hit something, it's just gonna knock you down. You're gonna have to kind of like build that speed back up again. So pick one of those two. Don't finish a power slide. When you power slide in that game, instead of, so let's say I'm power sliding to the left, right? So I'm holding left, I'm holding the power slide, but if you basically want to cancel your power slide, tap right real quick, and you'll just start driving straight. So play with that. Donkey Kong, Luigi, and a Tiger. No. Don't listen to the chat. All right. Yeah. So, but yeah. So try what I call, I'm sure there's a professional name for it, but it's like, kind of like power slide canceling and Donkey Kong or Bowser. And then, yeah.
It just feels wrong to not play as Mario.
It doesn't feel right either.
Josh doesn't know how to play games without being Mario.
I actually played that game as Koopa back in the day.
As did I. My buddy used to pick Toad all the time because he's like, it's like he's wearing a helmet. I'm like, nobody cool ever drove or rode anything with a helmet. So, yeah. But my buddy was good. He was. We used to play a lot of the circuits, with the computers. But yeah, the real thing wasn't if we could beat each other, because that was like 50-50. It was how many can you lap the computer when finishing. That was what we strove for. So
Love it. Some old school Mario Kart right there. Well, hey, let's get on over to what we were playing. There's a little bit of an extensive list here, Crawler. You've been playing a lot on the Switch?
Not a lot, but a little bit of a lot, I guess. I got my copy of Aladdin and Lion King yesterday. I booted that up and played it. It came. I mean, snowstorm delayed it getting here until like almost bedtime last night for my kids, so they watched a little bit while they were getting ready for bed. Lion King is still. I never played it as a kid, but that game is hard. And there was a puzzle like I knew that the Can't Wait to Be King level was gonna be like the challenge because I've read that in the past. And there is a monkey puzzle that you have to like roar at the monkeys for them to change direction because they automatically throw you in different directions. And as a child, I would as an adult gamer, and I understand kind of what they were going for, I was able to get it, but it requires you fixing one thing, backtracking, changing something that you had to use to get to that original area, and then it throws you even further past the original puzzle that you were doing. No child would have gotten past that ever. And I used rewind very generously. Like you absolutely need it. But yeah, it's a really cool package. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the Nintendo version of Aladdin in it. But there are it's labeled as quote unquote bonus games, and it's the original Game Boy and then the Game Boy Color version of those said two games, and they don't look that great, and I'm sure they don't play that great. I haven't played them yet. But there's a cool museum thing in there as well, where you can see kind of some behind the scenes of how they made the game and how they took artwork from the movies and stuff. So yeah, it's really cool. It puts it in a really small 4x3 like pixel, like best picture kind of thing, and then you can blow it up to a bigger 4x3 as well if you want. I don't know if there's a stretch option. You don't want to play stretch anyway, but yeah, it's a cool package. It's pretty bargain for $30. I mean, I guess it's bargain for $30, but some people are saying that's overpriced for games that are that old, but I think it's pretty cool. And then I did pick up last week my physical copy of Killer Queen Black. I played a little bit with Cryptic from the Discord, and that was fun. I need to find some more time to play, but Destiny and Call of Duty came out more Destiny, and then Call of Duty came out this week as well. And Outer Worlds is calling my name, and I haven't been able to play that yet. But I did find time to play the Luigi's Mansion event. Wasn't the biggest fan of this theme. The music wasn't quite great. I feel like something changed in the algorithm for like attackers coming after you, because there are some times that my trash just built up really quick, and I got knocked out like crazy high from the previous times I'd played. Maybe I'm just out of practice, but I don't know if something maybe changed in the algorithm on how they calculate that. But it was I got it. It was fun. Added it to my collection, but I don't know if I'll actually use that theme because there's other better themes to use.
I liked the way the blocks looked, that's for sure. Like I did like that. The music I was playing while I think I was watching something, so I didn't really have the music up that loud or anything like that. But I had one time I got down to like 10th or 7th, and it was like everybody hit a Tetris and hit me with it or something, because like it was
exactly
just like
same kind of thing.
I was like, oh,
yeah.
I can't even do anything. So, but yeah, that's not you. I know you probably weren't playing Nintendo games necessarily. Maybe you were. What were you playing over the last week?
I think I've been playing some games that you can get on Nintendo though. I think isn't Hyper Light Drifter?
Yep.
On there.
Mm-hmm.
I played a little bit of that, and I've been putting that game off forever. And I don't know if there's even levels to it, but I picked it up and I was just like, wow, this totally exceeds my expectations. It's one of those kind of like retro-looking games, pixelated.
Yeah. Is it?
That's in my backlog of free Twitch games that I have that I've been meaning to play.
Yeah. I'd say bump it up towards the top. It's very fun, and like I said, it's old looking, but it doesn't play. It's got some updated stuff, which I like, because sometimes when you go back to those old games, like kind of like Crawler was just saying, like you're like, what are these mechanics? Like, what were they thinking back then? And when they make games that are brand new, just like old games, it's nostalgia, I think, kind of blurs it. So you're like, yeah, that was great, and then you play it again, and you're like, it's whatever. But this one, it's got that old look, and it plays a little bit more modern.
It's a side scroller, right?
No, it's like a over the top.
It's an isometric over the top. Yeah.
Basically, the beginning cutscene, I'm like, oh, like it
like
just blew me away.
Yeah, it's like Wizard Legend kind of thing, or like it's that. Yeah.
Kind of like pixel stuff, but no, I really enjoy that. I can't wait to jump back into that. Unfortunately, I have it on my PC, which is also connected to my main TV, and my wife watches Hulu, Netflix, and Prime, so I get to play it like once a millennia.
That's what that second PC's for.
But those monitors are all vertical, and Fortnite won't cooperate, and it plays stretched vertically. So, yeah. Not fun. But no, so I played some of that. I've been jumping into that Mario Kart, having a lot of fun with that.
That's cool.
And yeah, there's a game I've been holding out on. I think it came out today, After Party.
Yeah, and
it's made by the same people that did Oxenfree.
Do you have Game Pass? Do you have Game Pass? Because it launched into Game Pass. So if you're Xbox, I don't think it's on PC Game Pass yet, but Xbox has it for console. But the Switch version, I think, is coming out later. It is coming to Switch, but it didn't come out on was that Tuesday, or Friday?
Sure.
It was one of those days it came out. But yeah, it's not out on Switch yet, but it is coming to Switch.
Yeah, so I've been kind of holding off on that one, or waiting for that to come out. So probably gonna occupy my time in the future.
Cool, very cool. I definitely did some Tetris this last week. What else did I play? I fired up Resident Evil. We were doing some scary games. We're probably going to talk a little more scary games as a talking point tonight. But the GameCube Resident Evil, and it's been so long since I played it that I'm like,
so good.
I don't remember anything.
Well, your stream was entertaining because you were just having nostalgia flashbacks. You were talking about like Resident Evil when the title screen came on, and then you were talking about different things that would happen throughout. Like it was just watching you flashback down memory lane kind of thing.
Yeah, it was a good time. I'm gonna keep going, and I'm keeping that. I'm only gonna play that on stream, and the whole thing will be on YouTube also, so you can watch the first. Although it kind of sucked, is right in the middle of it. My capture card just stopped working. Just randomly stopped working. So I got it. Yeah, right. It was like Eternal Darkness. That's so funny. So yeah, did that. Did I finish? Did I talk about finishing Pokemon last week?
Last week, yeah.
I did?
But you've been shiny hunting, right? I think I heard you say you have like 30 or something now?
No. I had 31 Geodudes caught, so we could start.
You had your streak going.
Yeah.
Did you have a streak broken?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. But I was curious if I saved my game and went back to it. I still don't know.
It has to be in that instance. Your streak ends if you save. Or not if you save, but if you like suspend the system. I'm pretty sure.
Don't tell me this. Oh well. So yeah, but we played some. I played a couple indie titles too. Sky Gamblers, Sky Raiders 2 or something like that, or I can't remember. Storm Raiders.
It gave me Sky Gamblers. I thought you were playing the original game again because
yeah. So I mean, the game controls fine. There was a few people playing it. If you like dogfighting, World War II, but it's really a mobile game. You can kind of tell the textures are a little bit but I mean, it does control all right. I like the flying mechanics and the way you lead your shots. They give you 2 crosshairs, and if you're trying to lead them, you can see the crosshair you need to be aiming at in order to hit your shot as far as trying to lead them. And so that I thought was pretty cool. The other game was called Poly Roll. Right, and so it's
like Sonic.
It's a roly poly. That's what you're playing as. Who does look like Sonic, but the difference is when you are in the ball form, you can ricochet off of any wall, and so it's not where Sonic might just bounce off a wall or whatever. This has a mechanic where you can ricochet, and so. And some different power ups that were kind of cool. You could drop bombs, things like that. This is on the eShop. I liked it. I thought it was pretty pretty fun. And if you're a Sonic fan, it might be a must grab for you, because it really had that Sonic vibe. So pretty good.
One other thing I was able to pick up this week, and I came early from Amazon because Amazon was supposed to restock it. I think November 2nd is when I was originally told, but the Daemon X Machina like big split Joy-Con pad came earlier than expected this last weekend, and I've had it on. It fits in the dock still with it. It is obnoxiously large when you're walking, so it's not very portable, but it's something maybe to throw in your bag and then attach later on. But it is super comfortable to play handheld. I haven't tried out Overwatch yet, but that is like one of the bigger things that I'm anxious to try. Like Doom and Overwatch on handheld were not comfortable, so I'm excited to give that a try. But the buttons are like squishier, kind of like the Pro controller, and it feels more natural. So it's good, and I think they're maybe still in stock on Amazon for like, I think they're $50 or something like that. But it's interesting and fun to have.
And this is Hori.
Yep.
They can make some really good products when they try.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I did
love
watch
their was it Pokken controller?
Yep.
Yep.
I use it on my PC because it works on there.
And it's a good D-pad, right?
controller,
I mean, it's this has turbo buttons, and it has an assign button like on the back for your back, like middle finger or so. I did see criticism of it. The assign can only function even while it's connected to the system, because obviously you connect to the system because they don't have independent batteries, but the assign button can only be for something that's on that side of the Joy-Con for that side button. So if you're right hand, it's only going to be your face buttons, pretty much your face buttons, and then there's nothing really to like, unless there's something special with like a D-pad direction, there's nothing really special to assign on your left hand side. So it's really only something for your right hand side. So it's kind of a weird thing that it can't communicate, especially through the system or something like that. But that's kind of the only kind of drawback I've seen of it.
Interesting.
Do you think gamers would be okay with, what if it had like a wire on the back going from one side to the other, or is that like a total deal breaker for people nowadays? Would they be like, why couldn't they do this internally and not buy it?
Or if anything, put everything's. I don't know what the communication of the system is. Yeah, because I think it has to have some kind of, because the rail is only a power source. I think I don't know if it has actual communication.
Yeah, I don't know.
That way, because the rail is so small. I don't know.
The D-pads only work if they're connected. They hold no charge.
Oh, this one. Oh, this one?
Yeah. There's no.
Okay. Yeah.
That holds
there's no battery on that.
No battery, anything like that. It has to be plugged in order to work, and it's actually a big battery suck from the system, from my understanding.
I think they fixed that. Originally it was, but I think they software updated that a little bit.
So
yeah, it's
you should
it's
play.
It's a really cool thing that they marketed with Daemon X Machina. So I guess I should try Daemon X Machina with it, but
try some.
But again,
Smash
that's like a shooter that should be more comfortable that way if you're playing handheld.
Yeah. I want to hear how Smash goes with it.
That'd be. I don't like the Pro controller necessarily, but yeah, that I have thought about that because it would be a more comfortable way to hold the system.
I've been playing Smash before I go to bed, like the quick play or whatever, and so I've had to get used to the buttons. But
and I guess in general, the just the right stick just acts like the C stick, right? If you have it positioned that way, so it should work.
Yeah, I did play some Smash this weekend. Saturday night, I hopped on. I'll hop on, like if depending on what's going on, I'll jump into Discord and I'll see who's chatting, and I'll jump in the call, right, and just like be obnoxious for a little bit, and then they were all playing Sea of Thieves, and so I downloaded it because I may join them at some point in the future here. But we ended up all jumping into Smash. I think there was 5 or 6 of us, and it was really fun. We had a really good time. Jay Harley says, "Yeah, I got brutalized." So yeah, the Anytizer was playing too. Yeah, it was we had fun. Ghost jumped in for a little bit, so it was cool. It's cool. Of course, played some Mario Kart or Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and I will say this: I've been playing a little bit of Mario Kart Tour. I still don't like it. But I'm like, I gotta at least unlock Mario. I don't even know how to unlock a character in this game.
How much money you got?
Yeah.
That's not the first time I've heard that.
I mean, last week or whatever, it was Luigi. It was the Halloween kind of event. They had Luigi's Mansion type stuff. That I think has ended, or no, it's going on maybe through today. But yeah, I've kind of fallen off playing it as well.
Yeah.
I have to ask this because I haven't played it. You know how most mobile games are, yeah, you got to throw money at them if you want to play indefinitely, and you know they'll cut you off and say buy more tokens to do this. But sometimes they're at least fun to play for like 10 minutes. You get your warning screen or your game over screen, and you put it down, right? And then you come back next lunch break or something like that, and you play it again. Is the Mario Kart Tour, is it at least fun to play like for 5 minutes? Like, I don't want to throw any money at it. I just want to, like, you know, literally waste time at work.
I have not thrown any money at it. I found it can be a good distraction for a little bit. I have like 2 games kind of that I play on my phone. I play Clash Royale. So I fell off Clash of Clans, but Clash Royale is like a little bit more of a skill-based kind of thing, and it is something you have to throw money at, I guess, if you want to be top tier. But something that was, I've kind of wasted time as the Nintendo games have come out, minus Dragalia Lost. Like, I have it downloaded. I've never actually opened it, but most of the Nintendo games have like a flavor of the week kind of thing for me for a little bit. It was maybe 2 or 3 weeks with Mario Kart. I played it for like a week solid without buying or activating my free 2-week thing. And then I got to a point where I was far enough along, and I think I was going to maximize what I was going to get out of it. So I activated it so I could then collect all the post rewards that I had earned for that 2-week tour, because they change everything like every 2 weeks and they add more characters. I don't know. They're going to eventually run out of characters. Luigi and Waluigi finally made their appearance last week, and they made a big deal about it on their Twitter and all that kind of stuff. Because that was one of the bigger criticisms of the game, is Luigi was on the title screen of the game and was not in the game, like, at all. But they added like
every
Boo.
Scream movie poster, Drew Barrymore in it, right?
But they added Boo and like Luigi and Waluigi and some other characters. But then the way that they're like screaming throw money at me is Mario and Peach and some other characters are getting these cultural outfits for the tour. The tour is going around the country, like around the world.
Oh, okay.
So like 2 weeks ago it was in Tokyo, so they had like Peach in a kimono and Mario in a samurai outfit, and that was their own character. It's not like just a version. It is its own legendary character that you have to throw money at if you want to get, and it's that crazy low percentage to pull out of the pipe, and it's so it's predatory, but they've been I was kind of surprised when the first 2-week hit and they're like, here's a whole brand new series. It's a lot of the same kind of tracks, but they add they change it up a little bit, and then they've added some new areas. Some are the tour courses, like where they're the featured location, like it was New York on the first one and then Tokyo on the second one. They're kind of bad short courses that they're highlighting those super rare legendary featured cultural side characters that you have to get the really high score to maximize your stars that you get on it. So it's pay to win in a sense for that, because the characters and the cart and the glider all contribute to your multiplier that you get, and then it's because it's not about winning, it's about the score. So it's about hitting people with stuff or getting the frenzy if the 3 items all the same, and you get more points for finishing first or second or third, but it's not you don't necessarily have to maximize the stars for that course. You don't have to get first.
I really hope they move that mechanic to Mario Kart 9. Sounds amazing.
Pay to win.
I wasn't even talking about that. I'm just talking where you don't even have to win. I'll just sit in the back and shoot green shells.
Yep.
Get first place.
I have found that I'm like, oh, I've got nothing to do. Like, I've already looked at Twitter. Yeah, let me do a quick race. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't love the controls. But if you spend a little bit of time, and I've seen people like in different Facebook groups posting like, I finally set the record, the time trial and stuff. So if you could get, the difficult thing is like the acceleration is auto, so you just steer, right? Mm-hmm. And so And
I've found it hard on some courses for hairpin. Like even if you slide your finger over fast, it still doesn't quite tight power slide for you. So it is kind of annoying, and it's very hard to, if you want to just drive straight, it's very hard to rewrite yourself to go straight. You're just pretty much permanently just drifting back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah, all caps in the chat. Yes. So, all right, hey, let's get the news. Luigi's Mansion 3 is looking to be pretty good. Pretty good. Sitting at 86 on Metacritic. I saw Stealth did like a roundup, and I saw a couple of like quite a few 9 out of 10s, a couple 10 out of 10s. Like some people really like this game. The only thing I've heard people talk about is like the mechanic of like the smash mechanic or whatever, where you're smashing the ghost. What is there? I thought they had a name for that.
The beatdown of the ghost once you have it in the vacuum, the poltergust.
Yeah,
is that what you're talking? Like where he slams it back and forth.
Yeah, where it's like Hulk with Loki, like. So yeah, they're saying it gets a little repetitive since it's the same mechanic over and over again. But I mean, that mechanic was missing in the last ones, and I think you'd hit them with your flashlight to take their health down. And then you would try.
And then you got to pull opposite direction on the stick or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. If you guys want to see a quick video of the arcade version of Luigi's Mansion, you can check my YouTube. Our Chuck E. Cheese has it, so that was kind of cool.
Yeah. The arcade around the street has it. It's a coin sucker because they don't really explain anything in that game to you very well.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I was at a Dave and Buster's, and they had some version of Halo, like a
Fire Team Raven,
person, like 4-player. That was pretty cool.
Huh. That sounds cool. I had somebody on Twitter.
One of mine said it took $20 to beat, so it could be worth it.
Yeah.
I had somebody on Twitter that was like, "Yeah, I've been trying to convince my buddy to take $100 so we can go beat Luigi's Mansion." I was like, "What?"
It's a coin suck. Like I said, it's a coin suck.
So, but yeah. So I mean, the game's looking. The reviews are looking good. I can't wait to like check out Luigi. I can't wait to check out some of the multiplayer, 8-player
what's it called?
stuff.
Scare Tower or something like that.
Yeah,
I think that's what it's called.
It just seems like there's gonna be quite a.
Oh, they're taking bets in the chat if you're gonna beat it.
I just saw. It yes, it will happen. It will happen.
Hey, this is the month of Josh beating games, so. It's not going to beat it in October, but he will be hopefully in November.
Oh no, we're not stopping. I'm turning it on tomorrow, and I'm not stopping until it's done.
Sure.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. So yeah, definitely day one for me. Crawler, same for you.
I'm picking it up. I think I'm going to have to hold off on playing it until like this weekend because my son is super excited to play it. Or play it. He watches. So. It'll probably be a weekend thing this weekend because trick-or-treating and school and all that kind of stuff. So coming up soon this weekend probably.
Gotcha. Cool. So yeah, tune in tomorrow, guys. 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I will be streaming. I don't think I'm actually going to take the kid trick-or-treating. I'm just going to stay home and stream Luigi's Mansion. That's going to be the expansion pack. You just wait.
You just said you were going to stream Resident Evil. Which one is it?
No. Tomorrow.
He's going to stick to streaming Resident Evil.
Yeah. It's still happening. We're still going to do it. But
you'll be the only one streaming it after Halloween.
Yep.
So you'll be number one in that category.
That's fine.
Oh, well, hey, the 3-pack or whatever, the physical just came out yesterday, I think. So that's Resident Evil 4, 5, and 6. So I mean,
isn't it just 5 and 6?
4 was good.
So 4 is on the cart, and 5 and 6 are downloads.
Oh.
But it's advertised as
a 3-pack.
I think the physical. I mean, but 5 and 6 came out digitally on the eShop on
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Oh,
I
okay.
never played 6. I heard that's where they just went like Kojima with it and just went off the deep end.
Well, five was kind of arcadey, right? I mean, it was less. It was less horror and more action adventure, kind of like
Even
thrill.
4 was kind of like that. I think that's when they switched over to it was like the Spanish version of the virus because he was in Spain or something like that.
He's in like
Ashley,
some Europe,
the
European
president's daughter,
country. Yeah.
Kyrgyzstan or whatever, and yeah, it was a little bit. I mean, they kind of switched over to more actiony, and people say that saved the game because before that it was all tank controls. But I liked 4 a lot, and then 5 was, as Joshua put it, like Sheva. So and it was very, yeah, it was a little bit more arcadey. And then 6, I just never played because I heard it was like 6 storylines and they were out of sync, or I don't know. It just sounded way ridiculous. Like they just
doesn't 6
really
bring
took the
back
deep end.
old characters like all, or maybe that's just the box. I don't know.
It had like I said, multiple I think storylines and paths and whatnot, and I don't know.
6 and Raccoon City are the low points, Demonic says.
I guess 4 is Leon from 2, right? Yeah.
I thought 6 was Leon also. No? Yes? No?
I don't know.
I don't
Maybe.
know. Maybe somebody from
They
chat.
do this thing where they like you get halfway through and then like an old character comes back, but like
Call of Duty style, or they just switch it to you, switch to a different character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, but yeah. What was I going to say though? Oh, as far as streaming Resident Evil, if you guys jump in, I think we're actually going to do it like a community game. Like everybody could be like, go this way, go check this out. Like
You'll play it for 6 years.
well, not like Twitch plays Pokemon. Just like, no, you need to go over here because this is where like
you can beat that game really fast. Like if you know where to go.
yeah.
So you're going to encourage backseat gaming. Is what-
Yes.
Yeah, you're gonna have people that go like, go left.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm back at the front door. Like
Yeah, leave. Game over. Oh, it's like Far
Yeah.
Cry 4. You just sit in the room and they're like,
You
all
sit
right,
in the room
bye.
long enough. Yep.
That counts
come
as a
back.
game I beat. Yes, achievement unlocked. So
that game is so good though. Worth another playthrough.
okay, cool. Leak. Take this away, Crawler. Take it away.
So there has been apparently a filing of copyrights for SNK characters for the Spirit Board, which is new to a Spirit Board update that I guess has been found somewhere. So the rumor in the update for the Smash Spirit Board is supposed to be this Friday, November 1st. So the rumor is that Terry Bogard is coming out on Friday. Ooh. That's kind of just, I mean, they were stealthy about Banjo, and Banjo just came out before they said fall for Banjo, and he came out technically in the summer. And so I don't know if we've ever seen an official time or date or anything like that. It was just this is the 4th character pack. And so, yeah, we might have a new Smash character on Friday.
I'm ready. I saw some like some memes or whatever of him throwing his hat. Like people are hoping he's gonna have the hitbox in his hat or whatever, or maybe he does. I don't know, but like it showed Crom trying to get back on stage and then the hat hitting him. And the face they drew on Terry was so
It's like a
good.
boomerang projectile or something like that.
Well, no, like I think you know how like Luigi, like the plunger has a small hitbox. If you shoot it off the edge of the stage or whatever, you can hit people with it. So I think they're thinking something like that. You know?
Something crazy.
I'm assuming like when he won a match back in the game, what was he in? The SNK? Is that?
I think he was. Was it
King of Fighters?
Final Fight or Fatal Fury? Is that what it was?
Is it?
I'm not super familiar with all the SNK games.
I don't know if it was a King of Fighters or if he was a like Streets of Rage Fatal Fury guy or
It was
whatever.
either like what Crawler just said.
I think it's Fatal Fury.
I think it's that one.
I think so too. Yeah, that's the agreement.
Sure.
So have you guys seen the prediction that they're going off of the word Smash for all the new characters?
I saw that on Twitter, but it wasn't it wasn't having to mix stuff in with, or was it all first letters?
So the way it worked was they were looking at so you have who is it from Square Enix that's in there? Is it
Hero.
Cloud?
Hero.
Hero.
Yeah.
So that's from Square Enix. S. Banjo's Microsoft. Joker is Atlas. What's this guy? What's his name from? He's from SNK.
Yeah.
So there's H. They're like, what game company dev starts with H? That could be a new character. I don't know. I just saw that online. Thought it was interesting that it seems to be following that format. So
I'm just gonna go
I
out
can
on
only
a
think of
limb here
like
and
Hudson
say,
Soft, but what games did they make?
say Smash, say Halo.
That's
That's not a dev though.
I know. I just want Master Chief. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
We still get at least three more characters. I mean, because we only have the one more guaranteed in this pack, and then it's at least two more. I think is what Sakurai committed to, but it could be more. Because he wants to run with this version of the game as long as he can, because I think he said publicly in an interview that he's never confident that they're going to be able to get this many characters back in a game. So this is like the penultimate kind of, or not penultimate. Penultimate's what, second to last, but like the ultimate kind of collection that he thinks he's ever going to be able to put in a game. So he's gonna maximize it while he can.
AKA,
Not Steve.
We're gonna
Steve.
we're gonna milk this thing for all it's worth. Steve from Minecraft, bring him on. Come on.
No.
Bring him on. Bring the Fortnite guy. Come on. I
was trying to look up a quick YouTube channel. I think it's called Fun Facts with Derek Smallwood, and it's just random facts that you never would know about. It's called Fact Fiend. I'm sorry. He does a story about Sakurai, and all this stuff is real, and it's these random stories that you're like, where did he get this info? But I guess his previous job was for a newspaper, looking up sources and whatnot. And he talks about how like literally Sakurai could beat you with his feet.
Playing the game
in Smash. And
he's played it probably so many times.
To test it way back in the day with the original, to play the 4 players, he had one controller in each hand, and he was playing the other 2 with each foot.
What?
And that's how good he is.
But that doesn't surprise me at all, because go back to it was Hero, right? The Hero stream. He had 2 controllers sitting on his desk next to him, and he played himself to demo the character. Yeah. Like, that's how crazy it is. Like, he wasn't playing it with somebody. He didn't hand it off to somebody else. He was playing both characters in the demo that he did on that stream. It's crazy.
I can find the video. I'll throw it in the Discord. Like I said, this guy, I like watching his videos because it's just random stuff. But like this one, I noticed him like, oh, Smash. And I'm like, that's ridiculous. And you know what? It's probably totally true.
That's so
Step
wild.
up your game, Josh.
The only time I used 2 controllers was GoldenEye, because you could have 2 analog sticks that way, right? So
you could do Star Wars Episode 1 Racer that way too, and you port 1 and port 3, and you could race like Anakin did with the thrusters.
It's working. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is not good news for people that like cloud saves. Sword and Shield will not have cloud saves.
But what did I put below that?
Is this a surprise?
Because Let's Go didn't have cloud saves, right? I'm pretty sure Let's Go doesn't have it. Splatoon doesn't have it. I mean, there's and Animal Crossing's not getting it. So it's a lot of these bigger first-party titles that Nintendo, I guess, doesn't know how to prevent you from manipulating your save files. Yeah. So the only way they do it is they don't let you have a cloud save.
Yep.
It's very interesting though, because I know this conversation has been had before. Like, it's like, well, Xbox could do it, Sony can do it. It's just very weird because it's so Nintendo, but then it's like at the same time you're like, who's not asking for it? You know, who's like, nope, I don't want cloud saves.
Well, Blizzard can even do it. They announced like on the Overwatch version of Switch, your file, your profile is saved their server side, with like your skins and everything and your stats. So it's locally, I think, on your system a little bit, but if it's corrupted, they have that backup on.
Yeah.
Or it could all just be on their side. I don't know if it is, but what that entails is money, and you have to pay for servers.
I think that's it too, because it's kind of like it's that, yeah, and then you gotta have to pay someone to maintain the server, and then whereas the cloud, it's probably just like, I don't know, it's in the cloud. It's just there. So yeah, I think it's probably the same thing. Man, I want someone to just run with it. The next Nintendo product needs to just have all the Wi-Fi and all the speakers and all the
Microphones.
everything, just everything. And it needs to be like $20. Make it happen.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. Pinnerate from the chat says Harmonix. They could close out Smash for your little. We could get a Rock Band guy. That's what Delmonic says. So
I like the other suggestion, which is Bomberman.
yeah, that'd be all right.
That might be the safe thing. Harmonix, what would it be? Just like the random guitar guy? Like,
No, you just have to play as those poor instruments that are clogging up everyone's
oh,
garage.
you gotta plug in your old guitar into the Switch and play.
Yes, sit
Let's
at the
do
drums.
this.
And just
As long as it's just straight USB, because I have the Xbox 360
Yeah.
version of stuff. Like,
I think they all were, weren't they? They were all USB.
my Xbox ones I think were actually wireless.
Probably.
But the drums might be. You just got to use a microphone, USB microphone, and you just got to yell into the
Jump,
the
kick,
Switch.
kick, jump, block. Half circle.
yes, quarter circle A. Oh my gosh, that'd be hilarious.
Heck yeah.
PlayStation 4 has finally overtaken the Nintendo Wii and the original PlayStation, becoming the second best-selling home console in history. Now, we say home console, here's how it works. If you're a PlayStation fan, you say it's the second best home console in history next to the PlayStation 2. But if you're a Nintendo fan, you count the DS and the Game Boy. All right? They count.
They're important.
And if they count, they're 2 and 3.
They're a long way away from second place because PlayStation's at 102.8 million and Game Boy and Game Boy Color at 118.7 pretty much, and DS is at 154 million.
Woo.
So they're way up there, and DS is just shy of PS2 at 155 million.
That was when flip phones were still a thing, and people still played video games handheld.
And PlayStation 2 beat up on the new kid on the block. Xbox was brand new on the street, and GameCube's probably way down there. I don't even know where GameCube is, but
I say those do count if, I mean, you guys could probably tell me because I'm not too familiar with any handheld console for the most part. Did any of those systems have some form of adapter that allowed them to be plugged into a TV, like a cable?
Well, so the Game Boy and Game Boy Color cartridges could be played on your Super NES if you had the cartridge for Super Game Boy.
Mm-hmm. Same thing with GameCube.
Yep. And then you could use the Game Boy Advance as a controller for Game Boy Island on Animal Crossing.
I was just wondering if there was some form of like cable, like you plug the cable in and it's got like the yellow, green, red, or or yellow, white, red.
No, it plugged into the GameCube.
Okay, so I'm saying that literally that's what the Switch is. It's literally a cable that plugs into your TV.
Yeah,
it just happens to be in the form of a dock. So I mean, if we're not counting those other systems, we can't count the Switch either. Or if we are counting the Switch, then you can count all those other ones that have an adapter as home consoles.
There you go, PlayStation fans. No, I'm just joking. The chat's like Jay Harley's like,
PlayStation's not even a gaming system. It's a Blu-ray player that just happens to play games.
I was gonna say PlayStation 2 is at 155 million because it was the cheapest DVD player on the market.
Oh yeah,
hands down cheapest DVD player on the market.
Dude,
I mean that's why, and that's the reason why I have a PS3 is it was cheaper than a Blu-ray player.
Yeah,
but that's why I have an original. I have a big old fat PS3.
Yeah, fat boy.
I used to. I got rid of it, but I remember in high school when the PlayStation 2 came out, and my buddy went and bought it and then sold it on eBay for $800.
Well, didn't that launch at like 600? So he made two.
Six.
I mean, two. Yeah, he made that was
the PlayStation.
That's crazy
the
that launched
PlayStation 2 was $600.
No.
3 was.
Yeah. He got
the 2 was up there too. The 2 was like 3.
2 was probably 500 for the time, which is like $1,000 in today's money.
Yeah,
Ridiculous.
I remember he picked it up when we were in high school and resold it on eBay. I was like, you lucky dog. You lucky dog. All right.
Oh, Jay Harley's poking the bear there in chat. PlayStation holds 4 of the top 5 home consoles. That's where you go.
Yeah, you only say home console if you're a PlayStation fanboy. So, oh my gosh. Ring Fit Adventure sold over 100,000 units in Japan. What? Okay, did anybody expect this? Did anybody expect this game to be like Jimmy Fallon is working out and then Game Explain is like, oh, let me see if I can beat it. And then I'm seeing people like Nintendo YouTubers tweeting constantly about playing this game. I mean, it is basically a Thigh Master.
That's kind of how my wife asked about. She's like, "Is that kind of like the Suzanne Summers thing?"
Yeah, it's
You're forgetting though, it's a Nintendo Thigh Master. This is from the company that sold you cardboard. Are you surprised?
No, I'm surprised that everybody
cardboard
loves
and
it.
a board that told you were fat. I mean,
Yeah. One at a time, please.
I was telling my wife because I was asking her about like if she was interested in it because I am kind of thinking about picking it up, but I was like, this is a nice Nintendo workout thing that won't tell you you're fat like the like the Wii balance board I have in my closet.
That thing would moan every time I would stand on it. Be like, oh.
That was the plastic creaking.
I'm like, shut up, board. You know, and it's like
The only
mocking you on the screen.
only thing that thing was good for was ski jumping. That was the best thing to do on that. And that was it.
The thing right now, I'm like 210 pounds. I step on that board and be like, you're obese. I'm like, what? What? Like my little me would be like all stocky, like a just like a lineman, you know?
Yeah, like shames you.
It totally does.
Like, you want that skinny meme? Ain't gonna happen.
So, but people are digging this Ring Fit Adventure. Like,
And the actual game part of it is reviewing well, I guess. I mean, from what I've seen. So, I mean, they seem to have gamified exercise fairly well.
and Mel's been playing it, right? In chat, I thought I saw in Discord she was talking about playing some Ring Fit Adventure, and so I see people in chat saying they're waiting for a sale. Like, I guess Mel is a monster. They're saying unlimited stamina. That's hilarious. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. So. Oh, somebody just came in chat says we're under the Fortnite name right now. I forgot to change it. Oh well.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I'm again just kind of like, I was kind of expecting one of those like almost like Labo kind of thing where it just kind of came and went real quick. But there's a lot of people playing it, and if you want to get it for at least $10 off, you can go to Walmart right now. It's $69.99 instead of $79.99. So. Yeah.
Well, and I know Amazon and Target are doing some buy two get one frees. I don't know if some of those bigger games are included in that, but there's some good deals to be had, and I think you can do cross consoles and stuff. You can mix and match your games, and so check out some of those deals. I know, and we're also getting closer and closer to Black Friday, where I think everything's going to be on sale. So maybe Super Nintendo can get a new Switch on Black Friday if those $100 off the console are going to be true for Walmart.
I think, yeah. You know what? I think next week.
It should be like 2 or 3 weeks out. Those ads start popping up.
Oh yeah, for sure. But we may have to. The community. We may have to come together and help out Super Nintendo. He had 2 Switches stolen out of his car, so. We may get a little GoFundMe or something going together for him. So stay tuned in the Discord for that. I'll probably set something up because we got to help this guy out. He had both of his Switches stolen out of his car.
His Switch Lite and his Switch. I hope he didn't have the new Joy-Cons on the Switch too. That'd be even worse.
Yeah. So we're gonna come together for him. Show him a little bit of love. So that'd be good. So stay tuned. Like I said in the Discord for that. I'll get the links for you guys. So we're at 54 minutes. We're gonna real quick we're gonna talk scary games, but just quick.
Here we go!
Crawler, favorite scary game?
I'm I'm a scaredy cat. I tend to shy away from that kind of stuff. But I will say I need to finish it, and I have it on my PlayStation. But the remake of Resident Evil 2, because I never played that game back in the day, and Mr. X stalking around, coming after me, like especially when he came into like the safer area of the police station, scared the crap out of me. So like I want to sit down and finish that game a little bit more. But and then I have almost all the Resident Evils that have been released onto the Switch. I need to get the new 4, 5, and 6 3-pack that came out. But I've been enjoying those. I mean, the music and the ambiance of Resident Evil games, like especially some of those earlier ones, it's mainly just knowing that you don't have a lot of ammunition to defend yourself, and it's the situational scariness that Resident Evil puts you in. I think that's kind of why I think people shy away from like 5 and 6 a little bit later, is because it's more actiony, like thrill ride kind of stuff. But the early ones, they definitely make you uneasy with ammo management and just having to. Sometimes the answer isn't shooting something; it's wounding it and running away, kind of.
Yeah, definitely.
What about you?
Well,
Destin,
that's how
favorite
it started
scary
the
game?
whole survival horror genres. I mean, I don't know if anyone's ever been able to beat him at it yet so far.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite, or is it Resident Evil?
No, I do like the Resident Evils. They are very good. I recommend anyone go out and play them, especially the remakes. But mine is probably going to be Fatal Frame for the original Xbox.
Ooh, okay.
That game, I don't know what it was, but I remember playing through it, and it just, again, Crawler kind of talked about on the Resident Evil games, like the atmosphere. Mm-hmm. It's like, in that game, though, it's like, if I remember the storyline correctly, it's something like you play as this little girl, and your sister goes into a haunted house and disappears, and then you go in with a camera. Like, you don't have guns, like, and you're supposed to take a photograph of these ghosts, and to, like, I think it goes back to the whole Japanese thing of like, if you get your photo taken, it swallows your soul. So.
Oh, got it.
I don't know, but like that's what it was. You take pictures of these ghosts, and of course, like the closer they were to you before you took the picture, you get higher points. But like, it's just the atmosphere or like the lack of music, and all of a sudden in the background you just hear like whoa, and you're like whoa, like of course you got to play with the lights off and the sound cranked. But yeah, that's probably my pick.
Did you play when that game came out on Wii U?
No, because I didn't have I did have an external hard drive. I just never got it. That was like the game that it was only digital.
And it was
didn't
big,
fit on the hard drive.
right?
It was like 40 gigs, but you can only buy a 32 gigs. So
well, and you didn't know how much space you had on a Wii either, because it was in blocks or whatever, right?
So I did have an external hard drive plugged in because I had the high-res skins for like was it they were the Xenoblade Chronicles or something like that, or whichever one was on there. But no, I never did it. I wanted to get it. I never did, just because I did like that game a lot. That's probably my favorite scary game.
That's cool. I mean, I've been talking about them all week on my YouTube channel, guys. If you want to hear some of the stories I have with scary games, there's a lot of fun on there, talking about Doom 3 and things like that. But Resident Evil 7, I talked about this. I don't know if I talked about it on the YouTube video or not, but like as I was playing that game, I think it was 7. Yeah.
So the one where you're locked in the house with the crazy dude or whatever?
Yeah. So I'm playing this. It's all dark. And chat is tweeting at my son to come and scare me in my room. And so I'm in the complete darkness, All of a sudden, here he comes out of nowhere, grabs me. I was like, what? So, yeah, super fun. But that game's great. I mentioned Turok 2 being my first jump scare. One of the raptors jumped out and scared me. So,
Honorable mention real quick.
Yeah.
Gris?
Yeah.
Is that the game that's out on the Switch? It's like on everything, right? It's a little indie game kind of.
Yep.
There's a jump scare in that game. I will say this. I've been playing video games for like, 35 years or whatever it is. I literally yelled like a girl. Yeah. My wife is watching TV. I got headphones on. They're cranked.
I know how you played that game. You played that game in a cocoon with headphones on.
Oh, heck yeah. With some amplifier that got modified. It's like 8 watts per channel, like for headphones. And I'm just like, I screamed literally audibly. And she's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, I'm fine. Everything's fine. But yeah, that's probably the best jump scare I've ever had though in Gris, whatever.
Arkham Knight. I was swinging along as Batman, like just like a little crew, like just kind of cruising the city at night.
Just out for a stroll.
Yeah. Boom, man bat right on the edge of a building, and I just went ah! And my wife was in the kitchen. She's like, "Yeah, are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm fine. Just leave me alone. I don't want to talk about it right now." I was not expecting that. I was not even close to the TV. I was like, like a ways away,
Right.
but he was right there. I was like, yeah. So good.
Even
times.
even the original Halo, there was some like creepy parts to that. With the flood.
original Flood. Yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
That got me, I think, a couple times.
Oh yeah. All right, hey, let's wrap it up. All right, Destina, where can people find you if they want to, if you want them to?
So everything's changing up, people. Some of you might have seen me or interacted with me already on Discord, but it's midfi senpai underscores in between mid and fi. So yeah, I'm on there. The only thing that hasn't switched over yet is my Twitch because it won't let me switch it. It makes you wait 2 months.
Oh.
Really hard for a person in my position to wait 2 months to change a name.
Always changing your name.
Really ridiculous.
Right.
So, but midfi senpai, you can check me out just about anywhere. Instagram, Twitter, not Twitch.
And you've got a blog started that's got about hard-boiled eggs and headphones.
If you like hard-boiled eggs and black and white photography, check out my Instagram. And
What about soft-boiled eggs?
soon, what's that?
What about soft-boiled eggs?
Oh, well, they actually are. Well, they're mid-boiled.
There.
So,
Say ramen pictures coming soon.
well, no, not ramen. I'm actually starting in 2020. Gonna start doing a little bit more portable, like headphones and amplifiers. Like I'm wearing a set of in-ear monitors right now. So, gonna be talking about that type of stuff, and then portable stuff. If Amazon ever decides to send me the right product.
Oh, cool. How many drivers are in your in-ears right now?
5.
Holy moly.
It's a pretty sweet action.
Yeah, that's right.
The KZ's DS10 Pros, $50. I'm doing more like little stuff because like I can afford it, and I think other people can too. $300 headphones aren't for everybody. They sound amazing, but I wouldn't take them on a bus.
There you go. Wow, 5 drivers. That's see, they got people in chat. They're interested already, so it's good stuff. Good stuff. Crawler,
Yeah, 2020.
Where can we find you coming at us?
Coming at you in the N64 Josh Discord. Come play Call of Duty with me anywhere, I guess, on crossplay is working. So Call of Duty, Destiny, some Switch, Killer Queen Black, let's play. I need to spend some more time in the Discord. I've been in my own little world grinding Destiny a little bit. And so yeah, catch me there. I'm really excited to play some Luigi's Mansion multiplayer stuff with you guys. And then the 5th is Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. I'm super excited for that game to come out. So check me out there.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Guys, you can follow me everywhere at N64Josh. And I want to do something fun on my Instagram. Shoot me a message on there or use the hashtag N64Josh. If you take some cool Nintendo pictures, I want to feature them on my channel, on my Instagram. I want to show off some of your stuff on Instagram. I think it'd be fun. Also, if you guys get killer gaming memes, you got to bring them to me. All right, the Facebook page, we're bringing all the gaming memes now. We're having a good time with it. So, love you guys. Thanks for listening. See you in the next one. Bye now.